motion or something, probably?
Mr. Mayor, I move that we allow the fire department to apply for that.
I second that.
Vote, Fran?
Yeah.
Yes.
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 Yes. Very good. Anything else?
Not really. We garage door springs broke on Station 2. We had them repaired along with the photo eyes, so they are working properly and up to snuff. So
Good.
that's it.
So you guys have been busy too.
2 calls.
Rusty?
Mr. Mayor, I have here the results of the fire department election the last Wednesday in May, and the results are Chief Engineer Jim Morris, First Assistant Engineer Eric Johnson, Second Assistant Engineer Daniel Gavin, Deputy Chief Andrew Churchman, Treasurer Josh Robinson, and Secretary Kelly Hawkins. I move that we accept these officers.
Second.
In discussion, if somebody doesn't like the whole slate and wants to do something individually, they need to speak now, or we're going to accept the slate as is.
Do we have any discussion about the slate?
Okay. Pass it over to that.
Any discussion, or should we vote? Fran?
Yes.
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 Yes. Anything else?
Yes, we do.
No. Thank you.
Tracy, you're next in line.
Just wanted to make everybody aware that today in the mail, we received a notice of violation in regards to our land application permit. Hunt engineer has been working on this permit. I have been trying to get some information for him that's needed on the application from the farm that we apply on. Left numerous messages, never would get a response back from them. I finally had to go to the farm and actually find the farmer to get the information. Got that from Hunt, thought everything was moving along fine. DEC, like I said, the letter is dated the 30th. We received it this morning. They're giving us 14 days to have the permit in, finalized and in. Hunt says he's got 2 days worth of work, it'll be in. If it's not in by the 14th, they're gonna start finding us. So I'll follow up in a day or two to make sure that it is moving along, if not done. So
Sounds good.
that's all I,
Thank you for tracking down the
no,
information.
it doesn't sound real good, but so that's all I have.
Keeping Rusty awake.
Yes, sir. Anybody else? Jeff?
Other than my emailed report, I have 3 things for discussion. Get a lot of chicken complaints. Chickens running around, chickens running on the road.
Free-ranging chickens, that's what you call
Chickens laying eggs on my back porch.
Eat them.
All our code actually says is that they have to be contained. I mean, fenced in their yard. A lot of them are, I chased one with my pickup truck today over on George Street just to see how fast it could move. So, no. So I don't know if you want to revamp our fowl.
There's a couple barbecue chicken places.
Chase them over here. Chase them over here.
Hey, it's more than check, Robert.
We want
Have Joe arrested.
to retool our foul code or what, but just so everybody knows, I've had quite a few complaints lately about that.
If it's an education thing, we gotta make sure everybody knows they got a fence around their chickens.
Well, most, like the town, tells you how many chickens you can actually have. I mean, so, if you want me to do some investigating on a little stricter laws, I'll do that.
Yeah, we should see what other places have at
Good
least.
idea.
I know in another client of ours, they adopted a chicken, let's just say chicken law, fairly recently, within the last month. If we wanted to poll something like that. I mean, it is an issue though, that a lot of folks are interested in doing some
I
urban.
mean, the town actually goes as far as to say you cannot have roosters. Can't remember, I think you can have 5 or 6 chickens, but no roosters.
Don't come in our valley, we got turkeys and everything else running.
That's more rural than us, so.
Right. The other thing I got
Free range.
is
Jason with buses.
lately we've had, and it is a big burden on my department, a taxpayer will have their tree cut down, but because they can save money, they drag all the tree limbs and everything out for us to chip up for free. So I don't know if you guys want to make a policy or something, and I don't even know if we can. If you pay somebody to cut your tree down, they take care of the whole thing, not drag all the stuff out to us. That's up to you guys. I don't make policy, but it is beginning to be a huge burden on my
I can understand that.
workforce.
I just don't know how we're gonna identify somebody who, it's probably fairly obvious, but I don't know.
Well, as long as on the side of the road, it's probably a tree.
That's probably true.
And the last thing I had is, there's a man that lives in Minnesota who wants to know if he can purchase our property along the creek, which would be on the other side of Marvin Park, on the creek side of Marvin Park.
For what purpose?
He just wants it so he can go fishing, and I think he wants to spend a week or 2 there in a tent.
Is it part of the park?
No.
But it's adjacent to the park. Correct.
We may be putting some money into that property with a DRI.
That's where the trails are, right?
Right.
We bought that from Nice Acre for 20 grand.
Right. Yeah, if I would bring it up to the board, and I told him that I would.
Well, if he's not here most of the year, how's he gonna keep other people from using the property?
That wouldn't be our problem.
Yeah,
Donkey pays his debt.
but the chickens.
As long as they're in a fence.
I told him I didn't know if the board would even entertain such a thing, but he asked me to bring it up to you, so I'm bringing it up.
I would assume that we certainly have no opinion about taking action on that until we're moving along with DRI and seeing what potential things we can do.
Well, the other thing is the High Line runs through there, so I'm assuming that NICEAG has a easement through there.
Probably.
So, I'm not sure how you go about that, but.
And there's nothing to stop,
And we do have nature trails down there, so.
there's nothing to stop him from fishing on that land now, is there?
No, but he couldn't put a tent up and have his whole family down there.
That's true.
Although someone does put a tent up down there. That's all I've got.
You guys want to explore or just don't even consider?
Should we find out more information about that, or?
I mean, there's a lot of unanswered questions, but if you guys would just say, nah, we're good, like we can try to answer those.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, we couldn't answer it until we know what the DRI money's gonna be for that walking trail.
Right, 'cause there was slated for those trails.
The other part of it is the nature trails that are down there were done to appease the DEC. They gave us a $50,000 consent order. I whittled it down and put some nature trails in there, and they went along with that, so. how that's not written in DEC land, but that's what the outcome was.
Not sure when I go mess with those.
I assume, thank you for your interest, we're not interested at this time. My opinion.
My gut feeling.
Yeah, I would tell him he'd be welcome to come and fish there anytime he wants.
Right.
Just can't.
I've got other places you can camp. Can you camp in the park?
No. God, no.
Can't be acres.
Can't
Started that. We could have camping in Marvin Park, but there's a lot of health department stuff we'd have to go through to get that.
You camp in the acres, so
This is true.
I don't know. That's what he wants to do.
I can't imagine that'd be too big of an impact on our tax rate. Like, I don't think it'd be worth taking the fishing option away from our own residents to.
That is also true.
Yeah, it'd
Pretty
be
good fishing.
minimal tax rates there.
Right. That's it.
So, are we saying we're not interested?
Yeah, we're not interested.
That's all I've got, thanks.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
What's the status of Charles Street?
Here we go again.
Right down there.
I've talked to Rooks.
It's at the village, not anymore. That's where the chickens are, it looks like.
They did some digging this past week.
All right.
They came back.
Well, they thought they were gonna leave those concrete strips in there. The problem with leaving concrete in the street is when you mill it, it rips the hell out of the milling machine.
So they took that out and put
Blacktop.
blacktop,
Which
and then they came back.
I told them they could put binder in rather than top, because I'm gonna have to mill the whole street.
So I guess that's my question, is what's our plan?
We,
We have a plan?
unless Rod has some of my money that everybody's taken away from me, I don't have enough money to pay that until after August 1st.
Or do we have a plan?
Yeah.
Sometime this summer?
Right after we do the police lot.
People keep,
You know, our neighbors are
people
giving
keep
us
stopping me on the street.
eyeballs and
The
stuff.
plan is, just as soon as I can get room between us there, after August 1st, we do East Temple, around the corner on Page, down where they put their ditch on Temple Street and Green Street. And then a little part of Delphi. But unless I can free up some money someplace else, it's not gonna happen until after August 1st.
As long as we have a plan, I think people will be
Yeah,
okay with
plan.
Trust me. I do.
Whatever speed you're on. Don't answer that. But that's the plan.
And are you gonna check into that grass situation we got going on?
Yeah, I'll take care of that tomorrow.
We don't want that to become a big issue.
Yeah.
Temple.
Yeah.
So much selling grass.
I'm gonna be.
There's a lot of people selling grass.
My biggest problem right now is the machine that will do that is waiting for a part from Lindsay's, so.
Well, we can,
Go with another piece of equipment.
I mean, that lot is owned by somebody, so we can kind of threaten to mow it.
Well, I'm probably gonna mow it and then just send him a bill, and if he pays it, fine. If he doesn't,
They'll grow again.
then it's, I'll bet you guys for my business.
Do you add those bills if they don't pay on the taxes?
Well, normally what I have to do is I have to send them a 7-day order to remedy. Then if they don't do it, we go over and mow it, and we charge them for the guy, the mower, the weed whacker, the truck that brought it there, blah, blah, blah. So it ends up being like a $300 or $400 bill, so that you get the idea that, you know, mow your own damn lawn. But this one is so big and so high that I'm probably just gonna go over there and mow it, figure out what the bill is, send him a bill. If he pays it, great. If he doesn't, I'll send him another one. And if he doesn't pay that one, I'll just
That's a big lot.
go eat it.
Waste time.
Send the chickens.
That doesn't get added to taxes at the end of the year if they don't pay?
Normally, if I do it the right way and you don't pay it, then it gets added to the taxes. But the way I'm gonna do this one is,
So mow the center and you got a fence.
For the chickens, right?
don't help me, please.
Just look one way.
So that's what I'm gonna do with it.
Okay.
I mean, I'll take the big Jake over there, I can mow it in 15 minutes, so.
There's a lot of plans for that area and the DRI too, so we're hoping that overall improves
Right.
in the next year.
I'm not even sure who owns that anymore after talking to the restaurant.
Just finish this up and sort of move on. I was told, I think by Johnny Payne, that Ulrich sold that to somebody, I'm not 100% sure, so
Might be
we're going to find that.
opportunities. You want to check
They
that
might have
out.
bought that.
The land bank door?
There would be tower opportunities for the previous one. You want to check
I
it
got
out.
opportunities on it, they need to mow.
Yeah, no, I mean, they will.
All right, I'll do some checking before I go over there.
I think if they own it, it'll look like that.
I will take care of it at any rate.
I don't think I can sue them.
Has the state given any updates on North Avenue as far as paving?
Not yet, no. They do plan on doing it this year.
There are some big holes.
But I haven't got a date yet.
Back down to Brick again, I see.
Couple spots, yeah.
You should fix them before the Strawberry Festival, we don't have to fix broken ankles.
I don't think that'll happen.
Since it's in a couple weeks, I'll end up best we can do with that is keep on.
I'll call them again tomorrow. We talked about it, but I didn't get a date out of them.
Do we know when they're gonna, are they paving the other bridge?
That was supposed to have started already,
That's what I thought.
but I don't know what's going on with that. I'll ask them about that.
That's also a state, so.
You'll know.
But yeah, they're gonna send all the traffic to this one.
Right,
That's supposedly why they put that crosswalk in for us
Right.
last year. Whatever. Anything else?
not for me.
I think that's all the departments, right? I guess anybody. Trustee reports, right?
Since our last meeting, I have not done anything. I got 9 meetings next week. And I didn't ask you personally, but June the 12th, the county is having the shared services meeting.
Yep,
You going to that?
that's the plan. You can come too if you want. Because I couldn't get the time wrong in place.
Okay.
It's at 6 o'clock
Yeah,
at the Hubbard Auditorium.
that's all for me.
I had an inquiry about if there was any known listing of public businesses that are willing to employ youth for the summer.
Oh, yeah, so.
Yeah, any teenagers that are employable in the area. It would be nice if we had like a listing of our known businesses in the area that would like to participate in some type of summer program for them to get their feet wet.
That might be something to reach out to a historical marketplace.
Yeah.
That would be a resource for that.
Or even the county, maybe. Economic development, maybe might. Chamber of Commerce. Chamber of Commerce.
Try to produce a list or something.
Yeah.
I know this Price Chopper,
Yeah, we all know with the list,
yeah, but
right?
there's only so much that they could do. I don't know what McDonald's falls in our jurisdiction is, village,
No, but
KFC,
they still put on the list there.
yeah. Really nice. No, I don't have anything else.
I met with some North Avenue merchants this past Wednesday and the Tioga County Legislator, Marty Saubery, as well as some economic development about how to promote North Ave with the DRI money and how we kind of want to go together. They're going to touch base with DOT about possibly doing just a crosswalk with some flashers where that alleyway goes into the parking lot, and they want to try to maybe coordinate that with the paving, assuming that gets approved and all that stuff. So kind of make it easier to cross that area, but that's where we're at with that. And there was also my first parade. That was fun. That is all I've got. My work on
The alternate hands, so we can swear about. Rusty?
Nothing.
The village was given its CLG.
Yes, it was.
That's all I have to report.
Okay. Thanks, Rusty.
I screwed up.
Backtrack.
I would like to propose that we, even though we haven't got the parameters yet for licensing on alcoholic beverages, I would like to propose that we issue a permit to the Strawberry Festival to have a wine tent on Friday evening and Saturday for the festival with the conditions that, and which I believe I've talked to people at the festival, that they have the proper license and insurance. So even though we don't have the parameters for that, since we're going to do it by resolution, this will be a resolution. We can certainly could do this one in that manner. So that would be my motion, that we issue a permit for Strawberry Festival for alcoholic beverage consumption in the wine tent
On the courthouse.
on the courthouse square on Friday evening and Saturday for the Strawberry Festival, with the presumption that they have the proper insurance and license.
June 14 and 15.
So
So does the festival committee has to put it in the application for that?
Eventually, they'll have to.
on this particular one, the motion is to issue this without any particular other parameters. We will be making parameters for these things.
And the application.
But on this one, just,
So we're gonna spell it out to them and tell them what they can do.
I just did.
Yeah.
And at no fee on this particular one, at this particular one. We will be making a resolution on how we're going to do these
Should
things.
we also be telling them that the alcohol has to remain in that area?
It does. And their rules,
The license will actually tell them where they can drink.
and their rules are that the alcohol will be in that tent and that tent only. And
So you're saying that
Should we put that in the
DPW should make up that permit and send it to them?
no, I'm saying that we're going to do this by resolution right now. And we're not going to follow our normal procedure that we're going to make rules for this in the future.
Fran, just so you have some background information, I know I was contacted by Janelle Malia, who was with the Strawberry Festival. She forwarded to me the specific farmers market permit that the Strawberry Festival has received from the state. And on that permit, it identifies the specific location in which all the alcohol has to stay, and then the hours of operation on both Friday and Saturday. So those items are already set by the state. Certainly, to Rusty's point, in the future, if we have some other requirements, how it will ideally work is they come to you folks first to get your permission. You folks say, okay, here's what we're willing to do, and then they go to the state to get the permit.
So they already have a permit?
They do have a permit from the state already, and then they've also received, I think it's 6 or 7 applications from wineries and distilleries and the farmhouse brewery to do tastings at this location. And I've seen the permits from the state and the insurance certificates, which do name the village as an additional insurer. So I think I'm fairly satisfied that all that type of information has already been submitted.
Okay. Yeah, something comes through.
We have a
Do we need to vote on that? I mean, they already have a permit.
no,
They have a permit from the
different
state,
Yeah.
not from the village. And Rusty's now pushed through the alcohol amendment, so Rusty would like, I think, to issue a permit pursuant to the new
Second
amendment.
it. Ron second.
Who's gonna write up the permit?
We're just doing this verbally. This is not going to be the standard thing. We're not going to go give them a piece of paper. We're just doing this as a resolution of the board.
I just don't understand why we have to vote on it if there's nothing solid.
Just so you know, Fran, this is how they've done it forever. They come to the board, ask if they can do it. The board says, yes, we never had a permit, we're gonna have one now.
Yeah, okay,
Actually,
gotcha.
we ought to have.
Actual piece of paper.
Right. We also should have the lawyer work on an outdoor event permit.
Right.
Which are the resolutions that we're going to pass
Because-
in the future for all these things.
In the past, like the Strawberry Fest, we just passed the parade permit with no event permit.
We're tightening this up.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
All right, so let's vote on this permit.
Yes.
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 Yes. Anything else?
No, nothing.
Good?
I forgot that piece.
All right, mayor's report. Posted a video, I was on WEDO talking about Mega. Nobody hasn't gotten their letters yet. If you have questions, there's a lot of information on the village website. Just other questions, there's a phone number to call. There's a website to go to, there's a Facebook page, all kind of stuff. Went to the Project Steam 21 launch, that's what they're calling the initiative. There was a screening of a new WSKG documentary that started airing 2 minutes ago. It's called Main Street Rising, which kind of documents the importance of villages and towns and whatnot. Pretty good. It does feature WeGo. We're in there a couple of times. If you get a chance, see it on TV. It's a good little hour-long thing. Signed a contract with the billing company for the EMS. We received notification that Owego has regained CLG status May 28th. And we also started working with a company for emergency communications called Code Red. So what this will let us do is kind of like the presidential text. We'll be able to send a message out to the entire village one swoop. It also goes down to the street level. So like if you're gonna repave East Temple Street, you can circle that area, send a message to all those people, just to try and improve our communications. If you guys have like crazy person, whatever. Nice. So that's coming, we're all set. I gotta get a user, like the people who want to be able to send messages, make a list. So I assume it's gonna be the department heads, secretaries, probably, that kind of thing.
I noticed we got a lot of feedback about our decision about the Mega.
Yeah, that's a hot topic. Not just
There's been so much information out there, I mean, it wasn't like out of the blue. And not just for a while.
That's a hot topic everywhere. I mean, something I try to stress is that we get the feedback, I get the feedback anyway, from people that work with them. I mean, necessarily live in the village, but they know we're all in it together, all 20 municipalities. Why is the government picking power? My answer always is, we're not. We're giving you the option to buy it at a lower price if you want to. And it might not necessarily be a lower price, but it is a flat rate. So a year and a half from now, hopefully it's a considerably lower price. Maybe it won't be. I don't know. You're gambling on whether or not NYSEG raises the rate or not. So, but had we not gotten in it, those residents wouldn't have the option to buy it.
Yelling at us about how come we didn't participate.
Yeah. So, that's all. Rusty?
So in the Sunday press, there was a long story about
Yes.
this particular thing, and it was okay, but as usual, too verbose and too complicated for many people to enjoy. I wrote a letter to the Penny Saver and to the Tyler Courier, which are in this week's, that I hope will be helpful to residents. If somebody ask you a question, you could point them to that letter. I believe it simplified this and told people how this works, and that it was all complete in their choice. So,
That letter has Brown in both, and I think it was a pretty good letter.
So that should help.
Yeah, so thank you. Well, people, what I've been telling people is you can always opt out at any time.
Right.
You don't like the service.
I did hear,
Nice again, second you want.
don't quote me on this, but somebody said they called the supplier, Stillian Energy, and they told me if you opt out, you can opt back in too, which we got told we couldn't do that. That would be a really good deal, to be honest.
Yeah, if it starts to go down, you go out.
Right.
They go, yeah.
If they're gonna let you do that, that's great.
Yeah, that's even better for our people.
And please be aware of bogus NICEAG people knocking on the doors,
Yeah,
trying to scam our elderly.
and calling.
Yeah.
I've seen
Be aware that if anybody sees that, say something.
That's the kind of thing we were trying to curb by doing this. All right, public comment at the end here? Anybody?
I was going to invite any of the board members that wanted to come for CPR training this Sunday up at the station at 4:30, if anybody needs it, wants it. Have one of your people come over in case you drop, all right? Whatever.
We have a standard thing in my apartment. You drop, we step over you. When we do,
I know,
we
that's
look
why
at
I
you
said
and
you want to really
say,
die. That's why I offered it to other people.
What time is it?
4:30. Huh?
Sort of cost associated.
Not to you. You're my boss, duh.
For the general public though, you do give CPR training classes.
Yes,
And then there's a
there is a fee.
fee to cover the cost, basically.
Yes.
What was the fee? It's not much.
20.
That's what I thought.
I knew it was,
I didn't want to.
it was in that,
$20 a person-ish.
but it's worth it to save a life.
Oh, yeah. Any public comment? Yeah. So we will do the executive session, and then we will be back. Hopefully, still in time to get shit.
I keep forgetting to give you